And welcome again to another high vibe channeling session. This for this Father's Day and solstice, June 21st, 2026. And we have the wonderful pleasure of welcoming back Brother Francis Revels-Bey. He is an very extreme channeler who is very diverse. He also is an art major who founded Circle of Grace One in honor of his mother Grace in 1974. He is a proficient meditation teacher, numerologist, spiritual counselor for over 50 years, and an author of 7 books, as well as teaching over 40 different metaphysical topics. His latest book is Radiant Heart: 7 Amazing Pathways to Connect, Activate, and Communicate with Your Higher Self. He currently resides, and there's the picture of his book. He currently resides in Albuquerque, where he teaches his creative pathwork meditation and resonant essentials esoteric school of metaphysics. And he channels many beings, including Akhenaten Nefertiti, Mother Grace, Grandma Charlotte, Benel, a hybrid child, and at least a handful of other ones. And he has had new ones come in for us as well. All exciting, all loving, all with wisdom. You can find him at linktree.com. I am Circle of Grace One, the number
Yeah,
one.
I am dot
I am dot
Circle of Grace One.
Circle of Grace One. Thank you. And also on YouTube at Circle of Grace One. You can find it when you search for it. And if there's anything I left out, it's up to him to fill in the blanks. And welcome back, Mr. Selenite,
Well,
Brother Francis E. Revels
you,
Bay.
you, you said enough.
That's
we
a
don't
switch. No, that's
we don't
pretty
want to
common
keep the
actually.
intro. Oh, no. Well, I'm excited to be here. Seems like I've been missing in action for a while every time I come here. So uh, let's see who's coming. I had to make a list just to make sure that, like a contract with them, to make sure they're coming. I wrote their names down. So let's see who wants to be available now. Uh, Today I come to you, beloveds, as Akhenaten, and Nefertiti is here, and we're going to speak as one mind, one heart. We want you to continue to work on yourselves at whatever level that you can. Meditation, in the way that you do it, it is all right, it is fine. We want you to go deeper, though. We don't want you to, as you would say in your world, take shortcuts. uh, in your world down there, there's a lot of shortcutting. And what happens is people are running into walls, not getting through, or not feeling like they're opened enough. Uh, but we can tell you all that you are just as perfect as you need to be. Just be present, just be open. Be willing to have the curious mind like a child would have. That's the reason why the hybrids are around you too. They want you to be curious. They want you to ask a lot of questions. They want you to be aware that it is all right for you to acknowledge who you are in this world. Contact is coming, but it's going to come at a pace where each person is open enough to experience. We will tell you that you can experience contact literally while you are asleep. The reason for that is your ego is not in the way, and you're receiving the energy from the contact very clearly. So there will be times in your waking state where you realize you just came out of the dream world and you were talking to all of the beings. And of course, it is telepathic indeed. And it does feel very much like you are using words, but you're using energy that comes out in the form of words. Many people want to know, well, do we need to use the pyramid energy? Do we need to use the circular mounds that we have found here in the US? Do we need to uh, have something that we could walk into or walk on top of? And what we want to let you know is like a child's game, tag, you're it. There's nothing for you to walk into, walk on top of. You don't need a ladder. You don't need a screwdriver, a hammer, and a nail. You just have to realize you're it. And it's all about remembrance. The more you remember, the more aware that you become, and you will have a greater realization of yourself. So it's really you that you are seeking. It's you who you are going to be communicating with on a much deeper level. And believe it or not, when you are in that state, which is known as your higher self, nothing is strange. Nothing appears to be weird. Nothing appears to be offbeat. Nothing appears to be spacey. We have looked into many things. We want you to be as natural as possible. Your nature, the word nature, actually points to forever being true to yourself. And that can appear to be a bit much. Many people would like to be, well, I would love to be like Akhenaten and Nefertiti and people from Lyra and people from Andromeda. Well, the beings, when they're in communication with everybody. Can you imagine sitting where you are right now and being in the midst of one gigantic circle or rings upon rings of beings, and every last one of them is having a conversation with you and themselves and with each other and with others, and you're totally aware and you're relaxed at the same time. There was we know a program of sorts that many of you uh, had an opportunity to view. It was a TV show, and to all of you, it was called Star Trek. But there was at one point where all the beings on the ship were definitely interacting with each other, and it was many of them interacting with each other. And so kind of think of it like that. That's not the exact way, but there are beings who are constantly in communication with each and every one of you all the time. There's even when you go into that moment of sleep time for yourself. Your sleep time is like meditation. Your sleep time is like the dream world. And they're doing the same thing too. They can observe you, they could interact with you on deeper levels. What it is for you, though, is you're trying to remember all of that. So in the beginning, you're not going to remember everything, but soon you will. You'll be able to retain a great deal of information. Another thing that you will work on is internally the lunar channel and the solar channel from inside the body. That's the braided energy of what was called the Kundalini in India. We call it the serpentine energy. And so you must be aware, do whatever type of study and reading that you need to do. Your reason for doing the research to read things is to trigger your remembrance. Once your remembrance is triggered, you basically do not need the book. You are the book. So now you can sit down and write everything that you feel that's flowing and coming through yourself. Many times, months ago, it was said that some form of physical exercise is needed. And we're going to tell you again, yes, whether it's walking or something that you know, like Qigong or yoga or bicycling or swimming, jogging, you're going to need it. It's very, very important because it helps filter the energy through your body faster, and it gives your body an opportunity to link in to the network of the brain, you see. And so you're going to have them working closely together. It cannot be out of alignment, because this is where you could have that feeling of like getting a shock or having an experience. A simple experience would be you have a glass of water on the counter and you see an image of you knocking the glass off the counter. Then you go, I'm not going to do that. And then you reach out and bam, there it goes. But you saw it, that you were going to knock it off the counter. The gap was in between seeing it, knowing that may happen, but it may not have to happen because you're that aware that you could avoid that. So we're saying everything is locked into each other. More things, you and the insect world locked into each other. You and the animal world locked into each other. All of this is going on at the same time. Everything around you knows you. You just have to remember. They know who you are on sight. You just have to remember. You may not understand why the bee is in your house, but if you become sensitive enough, you will know that there are bees in my house. And someone else will say, well, how do you know there's a bee in your house? Because they're showing me exactly where they are in my house, where they're trying to get in or get out of my house. And then you go to the window and then you look and open up the window and there the bee is. The bee is trying to, at the where you could pull the screen up, the bee is trying to like, how do I get out of here? Needs your help. Lift the screen up so they can go. So you are going to be in touch with more and more, even with plants. Plants will call you, and you will have to talk to them. And talking to them would be seated in silence. And you may sit with them for hours on end. Those of you who work from home, you are blessed to work from home because you have everything around you. You can go outside, you can stay indoors, you can sit by the window. Raining, you can stare and look at the rain come down. You can do a lot of things where others have that daily excursion, getting up and getting in their little mode of transportation to have to go to work. And they don't have the time other than break time or lunchtime to tune into themselves, or when they get off work to tune into themselves. But those of you who are working from home, that's really a blessing. So if you're working at home and you feel like you're bored, don't be bored. You got this to tune into. You got all those energy realms within the body to tune into. And this is going to help you get deeper and deeper and deeper into you. You represent a corner of a galaxy. That's the way we want to say it to you. Each represent a facet of a diamond, and you all are still working on the same thing called self. Mother Grace is here. She's like looking at us. So we're going to say goodbye, but not really. We're going to stand off to the side. She's carrying a big, big, big flow of energy. What I have come to tell you today is, Mother Grace, is that we want to applaud all of you for allowing yourselves to be in this moment. What we want to also inform you is that you are never, ever alone. So if you're having those moments where you feel like you're just disconnected by so many people, you're not. Because you have the ability to call on ancestors that you have good connection with, as well as beings. And those beings can't wait for you to like ring them up, because then they could enter your plane and assist you. Get in the habit, establish a routine where you are constantly communicating, whether it's your spirit guides, animal guides, galactic family members, those that you have just been exposed to, because this helps them as well as it helps you. It's important that you establish communication time, because once the event called contact starts to develop, you won't have time to, do I got my book? Do I have my ring? Do I have my selenite? Do I have my this or that? You're going to have to be able to stay clearly open so that discernment is right there for you. So take this time where you may not feel like contact is going to happen. Never think that it's not, because it is. Because if you're thinking about when is it going to happen, it's already happening. Just in a very, very mild, very, very subtle way. And you will know, because you could be home, but me and my mother would say, be home, staying in your lane, but also getting this feeling you're supposed to crack the door, crack the window, take a look outside. Yeah, you thought you saw a mothership? Yeah, you did. You thought you saw a pod ship? Yes, you did. You thought you saw someone like walk right onto your porch and kept on walking, or someone peering in? You did. Because all of these beings, they're getting ready too. They're getting ready to meet people such as yourself. And that's an amazing thing. You don't have to feel like it used to be in the 40s and the 50s. Oh, gee, only the military government are putting themselves in the way so that the general public don't know that these things are happening. We can now tell you we could literally go past them. We can literally be invisible to them and only visible to you. There'll be times when they're asking you something. Well, did you see something last night that happened in the sky? You could honestly say, I didn't see anything. I was sound asleep. Yet the being is invisible, standing right next to you, and also tell them this, and also say this. And you're thinking, well, it's going to make me sound like I'm out there, I'm crazy. No, what it's going to do is they're not going to come back and ask you because you're going to sound like you're very confused. They don't bother you, they don't interrupt the communication that we're going to start having with you. This is why the channeling is so important. The more you channel, the clearer you're going to get, the more expansive you're going to be, the more sensitive you're going to become, so that you can just say, hey, I'm going to go out jogging. And you're jogging, you notice, is there something like right in line with me at the same time? Yes, there is a being right there with you who's observing you, who's kind of assigned to you, who also may have heard your thoughts, your prayers from deep moments of meditation. They can connect with you. And this is a message that they want you to know, especially those from Sirius. They want you to know when you're in your deepest point where you are very, very, very sad, they're right there. They're wondering why you're sad. But yet at the same time, they understand that you're going through a time that is very difficult. And what they want you to know is do not become overly attached to finances and other material things. And the reason why I, Grace, am saying this to you is, when you leave this world, you go into the other world, you don't need no money. You can say, I used to have money. You can say, I have money now, and bing, it's in your hand, you got money. But it's an illusion. There's other beings are looking at you like, what's that? I don't need that. We love you just the way that you are. So it doesn't matter if you came here being the wealthiest person in the world or the poorest person in the world. When you cross through the veil, it's even Steven, as they say. Everybody's the same. Everybody. So don't become overly attached. We say enjoy it. Yeah, enjoy it, but don't become bogged down by it. See, even where you are right now, indoors, outdoors, for a split second in your mind, you on a ship. And the beings on the ship going like, do they know they're on the ship? They may look at the gentleman who has all the flowers in his yard and says, he bought the whole freaking garden with him. And it's amazing. All of these beautiful, colorful plants are in this part of the ship. And all the beings are coming out and looking at it and experiencing it. So that's how they experience you. They know every thought you got going on in your mind. But they will tell you one thing. If you enter the ship or the heavens, enter with the mind and the heart of a child, you'll get more. See, children are inquisitive. They know if they say something to you, the child goes, well, why is that? Well, why do I have to do that then? How come I can't do it now? And what does the parent go? We don't have enough time in the day. Get your soccer shoes on. Get your soccer. Now let's go. We got to get you to the. And one kid is going. I don't want to go play soccer today. I just want to play. I want to be by myself. These beings know everything that's going on in your mind, and they're just waiting for you to ask them for assistance. We know the world's getting crazy, but that's the 3D world. And they can't get but so much crazy in the 3D world. Because all of you who are listening or who have the ability to channel or who have the ability to change the atmosphere through the frequencies of affirmations, decrees, and prayers and meditations, that's magical. And those beings know that. Even before you utter a word, they see the little frequency bands running through you. And they start showing up down here. Or better yet, they start showing up out of the earth. Many of them are in the earth. They were already planted here in man-made times, thousands and thousands of years ago, already in the earth, listening. All right, I'm going to go to such and such and such and such. And I'm going to see what I need to see. And yet, they will see you before you even get to that point. What they have the ability to do is make you feel them if you can't see them. Many of you have the ability to see and feel and sense. Utilize it. And if you're not where you want to be with that, they will help you feel, sense, see on a completely different level. So that there's no doubt in your mind that you are seeing, that you're feeling, that you're sensing. They want you to energize everything from liquids you put into your body to solid food, soft. They want you to energize it. Why? Because it's all frequency, it's all energy. Grandma Charlotte says, those of you with the sweet tooth thing going on, make sure that it is of quality and not junk going in your system. If it's what they call gluten-free, non-GMO, that's the sweet stuff you want. Because that will keep your body at a level where it needs to be so it can handle the frequencies running through your body. And you're having an exchange all the time. When the being is in touch with you, they just don't stop. They bring that energy all the way through your body. That's why you feel like, so I feel a little itchy today. I feel like I'm scratching. I feel like I got something going on in my neck going because they're putting that's how they connect, you know. They're not afraid to like step into each other's space because they know we're all one anyway. We just in different forms. So energize everything. Your clothes carry a frequency when you have them on. Energize your clothes. See, when you're walking around on the earth, you're giving off frequency, blips of light. And each one of you has a special signature that goes out. That's how they find you. But guess what? That's how the government is trying to find you too. So the beings will teach you how to put out a completely different frequency for the beings and a regular Joe Blow frequency for the 3D world people. So we say it's like trick or treat. those who are trying to read your vibration, you must trick them. You must become empty inside. There was a phrase that people used to say. They would look in somebody's eyes. They said, the lights are on, but nobody's home. That was supposed to have been an insult. But the truth is, you can create that vibration through your eyes that you are alive and well, but you're empty. They can't probe you. Every time they try to go in, they don't feel anything. They don't get anything because you have the ability to block it before it even comes anywhere near your auric field. So we want you to know that there is something called shields that you can create within your home, whether it's using plants as shields or gemstones as shields or tones, frequency tones as shields. You can put those shields up. People can drive past your house and don't even know that your house is sitting there or your apartment is sitting there, or get inside your apartment building, walk up and down, and you come out and don't even know that you just came out of your apartment. And they feel all entangled, but you're not. So you must keep raising your vibration. We're not saying to rush because there's so much energy within you that we don't want you to blow out your circuits. But here's the joke. That doesn't really happen. It's just that your energy gets higher. And if someone is in the right frame of mind, which we call in attunement and alignment through the power of unconditional love, those are only people that can tune into you. Those who have ulterior motives, who are not functioning with unconditional love, they will not be able to tune into you. Now, they may say, oh, look, I found this guy had a gemstone on it. Oh, he's got all these things called selenite, but they won't be able to read the vibration. Why? Selenite neutralizes everything first. It will help erase anything that doesn't belong to you first. And then it will keep you magnetically aligned so only the positive is with you. Only higher frequencies can be in touch with you. So I want to move on. Um, Many are here, the teenagers. Benel is here, and Balu is here, and Balu's twin sister. She says, make sure they say it right. Bahalu. So it's BAH phonetically, then Halu, like Hulu. But it's Halu. And they're coming together as one unit today. They want to give you a very, very short meditation, a guided meditation, because it is important that you tune into yourself. When you tune into yourself, you're able to see from inside to the outside, literally, not just through the eyes, but through the entire body. So imagine your entire body from head to toe, hands and feet. It's like a huge cavern. And there's light moving throughout this cavern. The light represents your thoughts and your feelings. And you control this movement of thoughts and feelings and sensations through the power of breath. The unit, the organ inside of you that controls everything, including the brain, is your heart. Your heart is this huge field of energy. It is the sun inside of you. Even with your physical eyes closed, you could see what feels like your heart, and it's waves and bands of energy and dollops of light just whizzing around. And each one of these bands and frequencies or dollops of light hold divine intelligence at a very high level of awareness. You will know that you are in your heart because you can see parts of it. You can see the veins, the aorta, you can see the different compartments of the heart. But if you put yourself right in the center, it looks like a huge, huge, huge room with lights going and coming all the time. You can feel the heart throb all the time. The heart is the motherboard of your entire existence, your entire being. And this heart is connected to the heart of Mother Earth and is also connected to the heart of the great central sun, which is Sirius. And it's right there. It's right there where you see everything and you feel everything. Just breathe. Now, there's a gap between the inhalation and the exhalation. That's the true spirit of self pouring through, giving you more life and light. That's where you have a glimpse of your higher self. That's when you begin to remember no more fear, no more doubt, no more illusions. This little bit of an experience will come back to you when you go to sleep tonight and you dream. Just say over and over while you're going off to sleep, I want to re experience being inside my heart. There are many things that have happened in this swift moment. There'll be symbols, there'll be images, there will be colors that you will see, and a remembrance of yourself as a child loving the sound of nature. There'll be a moment when you remember how you were breathing in this moment. So you will say to yourself, I want to feel the same way tonight as I fall off to sleep, just like I was in that meditation with Balu and Bahalu. So that you remember, tap your brow center 3 times. Tap the base of your throat 3 times. Tap the center of your sternum 3 times. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. Do that cycle 3 times. Then open your eyes. From this moment on, you will become more sensitive to yourself and to your environment. Next time you're out, you feel like you got to touch a tree, tree was there in that moment. Touch the tree, embrace it. Study a bee on a flower. Study an ant just walking on the ground. Study the birds rhythmically flying over your head or at a distance. And the last one has a short message, and that is Benel. I'm here and I'm picking up some slang. Never thought I'd do that. Y'all, as I was gonna say, y'all need to laugh. Laugh, laugh. Make it a habit when you get up in the morning just to laugh at anything. But most of all, you're laughing out into the ethers around you, but you're laughing from the inside out. Laughter clears the webs. So the more you can laugh, the more childlike you can be inside your adult body. That is very helpful. And when you come upon children, they will look in your eye and they will see the laughter that is there. All of you are beautiful beings. And we are enamored with all of you. So whenever you're going through a down time, just ring us up. We still have to pay attention to the cosmic laws. We're not supposed to jump out of the ship and then jump down and, hey, I can help you out. That's like getting the slap on the wrist. We don't do that. You have to say, can you come? Then, because you're giving us permission to come, then we come. That's the most important thing. It is the same when you're trying to get to us. Don't worry, there's guardians. The guardians going to go, and who are you? Well, I know, and I know this. And I know. So, do you have a favorite crystal? You can tell them any crystal, they'll let you in. Any crystal, nothing specific, any crystal. But what gets you in is laughter. We like a good joke. We love a good joke. We think when you all tell a good joke, it brings joy to us as well. So we are complete. We are done. We love each and every one of you. Thank you for allowing us to be present today. And we say to all of you, Happy Father's Day. And we mean all of you. Because at one time in another lifetime, you were a father. So, thank you.
Much
Whew,
obliged. Yeah, that was a full 2 pages of good information. Thank you.
I did that on short sleep. You never know how this stuff flows, but it flows.
Well, I'm not even sure I can do it if I'm well rested. It's my modus operandi.
Mm.
And I think that's Otis Apper, and I didn't get any sleep.
Otis and I, yeah, got it. Took me a little bit. I got it.
Fun and good times, and lots of wisdom,
Yes.
and lots of stuff to work on, lots of tapping. And thank you for that. They all came through with clear messages. And we appreciate all of the teenagers. Benel, Babu, and Bahalu, spelled right.
Mhm.
Anybody else have anything? I know Jennifer had a question.
I don't really have a question anymore, because a lot was answered, but two things. One, this was pretty amazing. While you were channeling, uh, I'm sitting next to my water bottle and it started making some very interesting noises.
Oh,
And I'm like, what's happening here? And then you started speaking about charging our water and things. And I was like, okay. But yeah, it was really fun and interesting that that happened. The other thing I was going to ask about, or just kind of mention, is that you were speaking about remembering and things like that. And I'm always constantly remembering, like all throughout my life. And I find when I meet and connect with certain people, I remember so much more. And it just always reminds me of how much I love being a human and loving other humans and how we can all be like keys for each other to remembering, so much within ourselves. And I just was so thankful that you shared so much wisdom with us because it was just so wonderful to hear. Thank you.
thank you. So it's an
Encore,
amazing time. Amazing time.
and thank you. And he has really good energy in person as well. And he knows good spots to eat.
We were like the hybrid children in the restaurant. Yeah, we're having a ball. We got there at the right time and found the right round table for us to sit out. Emily came too, so
Yep,
one of my students out here. We had a blast.
cool.
Anybody has any questions?
Pretty knowledgeable group not to have any questions. You just covered them all, apparently. And thank you, Brother Francis,
You're welcome.
for bestowing your grace literally and metaphysically upon us. And thank you, Christina Anna. And looks like this one is a wrap.